Hey, this is my outfit. I wanted to show you that I got from where I work. I just don't know how to show y'all without removing the phone from my face. But this is what it looks like. And I got ready for winter. There's this shirt right here. It's a sweater. I hope you guys like it. Well, anyway, these are the things that I'm here to talk to you about. Years ago, when I had my outfits, my earrings, I didn't know I was an earth angel. And I didn't know that I would be paying the price for that God loves me very much. The enemy had taken my job from me 2016 because 2016 was his number. Celebrities died from that year. I lost my career that I loved very much. I lost my earrings, my clothes. Everything I bought from my job was taken from the enemy. Not that someone had came and take them, but I brought in a sick cat that didn't like me, and he pooped with blood on it. When I came to wash it, God told me it's been cursed by the enemy because that cat, before it died, it didn't like me, and when the cat died, I brought this cat in, and then when he died, I dreamt that he told me he's going to kill me the way he died. He died from fleas. I was infested with them. Those 2016 was a nightmare. So I stayed till 2003 in my house, kept in, isolated, not with my choice, but God. He said I could no longer have coffee, my favorite, eat eggs, no chocolate. When you listen to the voice of the Lord, you will hear him. If you seek him, you will see him. The enemy gives you all that. He lets you have the money. He lets you have the jobs and the lust and the sex and the marriage and the kids, just so that you forget who God is. Then later, he takes your messes with your marriage, messes with your kids, messes with your clothes, your job, your finances. This is 2003. The enemy slowly is revealing himself to the world. He actually believes he can be God. God already knew what he was going to do, because that's what makes him God. He knows ahead of you and me. He revealed to me, I spoke with the enemy and I spoke with God. I have that special gift where if I dream of something, it means what I see. I saw that the enemy had given a phone number, a woman's phone number, to my boyfriend so he could leave me, so that I don't have the baby, and he gives another woman. That's how the enemy works. I'm limping today. I was born healthy. You know, 2016, I was on drugs, narcotics, because I was used to it. Not only because I was in pain. And the enemy took that against me. Want to know why my nails are done? First of all, I don't like doing my nails, because my nail constantly comes off, and the skin around if you guys can see, around the sides of it, he's been making me pick them and take them off. I'm like, he takes them and he uses them against me. He takes the nail and skin as a collateral to attack me physically with whatever body may feel, and why I'm limping. Because the enemy has access to me. The idiot forgets I am an angel, and he was an angel. We both come from the same place. But what do I call him? The jealous devil. I had, when I was young, the most beautiful figure on earth. I could fit into anything. And beautiful figure that I couldn't understand why I had it. So I found out that the Lord told me before I took my last breath, 2016, you're an angel. Now I know why whenever I did readings, they came true for me and others. Detect things before they happen. Smell. If I had, let's say, bed bugs or roaches, I could smell them. Not because I was infested with, but I can smell to give me awareness. Or if or someone is coming, I can smell their odor before they come. That's how I was. And he gets jealous because I didn't worship him. I worshiped the right one. I had a brain tumor. In March of this year, I bumped my head and I knew that I was going to die. And I started to fade away slowly into death. And I could talk to God. I could talk to the angels. But what I also heard was the enemy told me, now you can worship me. I'm like to myself, oh, what? No. He wants me to bow down, worship him, and how you worship the enemy is you go like this 3 times. Everything in his name is 3-3 or 6-6. And then you've got the colors orange, black, orange, yellow mixed together. Now, he's just a creep. He's just, be careful from the enemy. Take care of your house, your things, your husbands, your kids. Be aware of your surroundings and who you meet, because he loves to break your heart. He loves to watch you suffer. I'm limping because the enemy is messing with the nerves on my feet, my leg, my ankle, and you guys won't believe it, but I feel the movements. I feel every movement. And what I do is I have faith in God that the Lord will stop him before he gets to what he's trying to do. Because your leg and hands are your power. They help you move and perform everyday tasks. He told me that the Lord told me I kept you in for 7 to 6 years because he would have had you kidnapped. The enemy is capable of anything, but he can only go so far. He made me fat so I don't show off my beauty or wear beautiful dresses. But today, I noticed I can lose weight if I really want to. I've been trying to lose weight for years. I only lose weight when I'm in trouble. But I was 170 last week and I'm 162, so I can. For a while, God has came back when I was taking a walk, because that's all I was allowed to do this year. I saw God around the corner. I said, can I have a job at the dollar store? He said, how about getting your old job back? That was impossible to get back because I didn't give them my 2 weeks notice, 2016. I 2016, I knew it was over because when I took my little girl to go buy some things, my little girl wanted a doll that looked like the devil. But then I noticed I couldn't breathe. I was smelling a scent, only I could smell it, and I found out that enemy was suffocating me. And I was not feeling well because I was going through a withdrawal because God had taken away my narcotics. So I heard the voice of my Father say, you need to get out of that store or you will die. I saw, not see, but felt the spirit of the cancer, because a month before this, God told me to go pray for this lady that was in line. I was working as a sales associate. I grabbed her. I said, you have cancer. She said, you got the hair on my arms up. How did you know? And I prayed for her. And a month later, found out the cancer came out from her body and it was going around trying to get into my body. After that, the Lord said, you can't work here. I couldn't even give a 2-week notice. See, that's what happens with angels on earth. They're here to help, and he tries to mess it up. So I just lost everything. My kids started resenting me. I was in bed. I was depressed for years until this time he said, go get the job back. They put me in the system. I got the job back right away, and twice I've already left that job. We're not given a 2 weeks notice. That was a miracle. Then he brought me and gave me money, lots of money, not from the job, but from my mom when she died. And then he added to it by giving me a job. And when I used to work there years ago, I never had hours. Now it's hours. And I can make it and I can save it. He even let my landlord say I didn't have to pay rent for the next 3 months. So who do you want? Do you want the enemy who can give you more than that and then take it away from you? Or do you want to wait for your blessings and keep it? Because people do not recognize the Lord these days. Everybody is out for making money, making it, saving it, or living it. But where do you know how and what? Most of the majority of people don't recognize him. And that's why we're going to be all in trouble one day. No more jobs, no more supermarkets, no more shops. We're going to be living under man's control, where the enemy wants to reveal himself as God of earth. He's nothing but darkness. Nothing but darkness. Unfortunately, I asked the Lord, why? He said, well, they don't recognize me. I want them to come back to me. Now, there are more people who are going to commit suicide. They would rather kill themselves than to recognize God. If which I'm not going to be here when it happens, based on what I was told, how I was going to die. Not a horrible death, just stopped eating. I worked for it. I earned what I have today from the Lord. But he still tests how far and my faith is. I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm in so much pain because of the enemy. He uses my legs to get to the rest of my body. My earrings are back. I can have clothes now. And when I was walking one day, I heard the God told me, I'm going to restore everything for you. And he did. He's restoring things one by one by one by one by one. How did I do it for so many years? I don't know. With the Lord. I'd rather not have anything than to have everything and have the enemy say, oh well, I gave you everything you have. But really the enemy is nothing. He thinks he's got powers and he's able and capable. He only can do certain things if God lets him. There are things that the enemy wanted to do to me, God stopped it. I was aware of what it was. And he does it for my own good, so that I don't get hurt. The enemy knows something I don't know. That's why he's attacking me every single day. Not by others, but by my leg that I'm limping. By my health, by my bones. Why I'm in pain all the time. And I don't take painkillers. I let the Lord give me a shot, and I can feel it sometimes. God is more powerful than the demon. Halloween is coming. You got the orange and the black, and you got the children as if, okay, they're wearing costumes, right? So the enemy is pretending that the children are wearing costumes to worship him. Halloween is for the enemy, and then you got Christmas that belongs to God and Jesus. The whole thing's a joke. Put orange and black together, it tells you a lot. The world has to come to an end because this is ridiculous. You can't have two gods. And you cannot have cancer. And you cannot have heart disease. You cannot anymore. I wonder, the wicked always told me, don't talk to me about God. Because if he was God, he wouldn't allow it to happen. But what about sacrifice? What about faith? What about heaven? Death is the most beautiful place to be. When you take your last breath and you're a good person, you feel like your words cannot... I've tried it before. It's the most beautiful feeling. When you take your last breath, you don't want to come back. That's how it is. That's why the enemy tries to take you away from the glory, the promised land, to take you to his gates of hell, where you will lie for the rest of your life. So worshiping the enemy did not get you anywhere but hell. Disregarding God's existence didn't get you anywhere but wandering a lost soul on earth. He doesn't owe you anything. You owe him. Don't you all forget, during the coronavirus, everything was shut down. Did you know that if we did not open, if God did not open the streets, the schools, the marshals would have came and taken everybody and we would have lost everything. But that was the enemy, and God didn't allow it because it's not time yet. We're on earth to make choices, not just to enjoy. You can enjoy all that, but always remember, when you worship God and you go to church and you believe in him, don't go turn your back and do something to hurt someone else. Lust, molestation, having sex. Don't go to God's house with your eyes in the other direction, with your head down, because we can tell you're deceiving yourself, not God. I'm not afraid of the enemy. I'm not afraid of what he can do, because he can't do nothing. Every time I feel pulses in my leg and it hurts, God always comes through. I may not understand God's way. Sometimes things are not fair. Like I was born with one eye closed, but the beauty is within you. It's not what you look like. It's who you are. I got one more chance, and I never turned my back on God. People worship him for jobs, money, and remember, I did it too. When I got it all, I turned my back on God. You need him. You need the Lord. Whether you're rich, a billionaire, you need him more than any if you was poor. And he needs your undivided attention. My question is, who do you want? The enemy that's going to destroy the United States one day? Or God who can take you to eternal love state and see your loved ones be one with God? Who do you want? Think about it. Make a choice.